Good morning. We're here in the Aurora shop in Aurora, New York, which is our studio headquarters at MacKenzie-Childs. And we're here this morning to talk about courtly check. People often ask us, where did courtly check come from and why is it so important to the MacKenzie-Childs collection? Well, courtly check was first introduced as its own dinnerware pattern in 1993 as part of a bigger collection called Camp MacKenzie-Childs. That name was so appropriate, the idea of camp, because it reminded us of cowboys sitting around a campfire and the practical dinnerware that they might use while they're out on the range. Also, it lends itself, or it reminds us of sort of how this is made. It's a heavy gauge steel that's then painted with a glass frit and fired again. So it's really glass on steel. And guess what? If you drop this on a rock, it's going to chip. But we love the character that gives each piece, should that happen to you. So courtly check is an interesting name in itself. Once upon a time, we were referred to as the court jester of tabletop. So that might be where the name came from. But originally, this enamelware was called roasted marshmallow. And the reason for that was part of that camp concept. If you look really closely at each one of these hand-painted checks, you'll notice lots of color dragged through it. Ambers, greens, golds, yellows, little tiny hints of blue. And in the olden days of MacKenzie-Childs, there used to be a lot more amber dragged in, and it looked like caramelized sugar, just like a roasted marshmallow. So today, though, we've gone a little bit more black and white as more of a neutral. It is our neutral, in fact, because courtly check we think of as kind of a foundation for everything we do. It's our backdrop, and that's why we use it on so many of our designs. It's beautiful all by itself, but it's fantastic as a layering piece. So let's mix it up. So now we're going to start with courtly check as our foundation for dinnerware. This is a courtly check enamel charger, and it happens to be a particularly beautiful one. There's so much color dragged through this, ambers and blues and greens and yellows. It's gorgeous. So we'll put the charger down, and now we're going to take a white Flower Market dinner plate, and we're going to put that on top, and then a green Flower Market breakfast bowl right on top, and that's using courtly check just as the foundation. That's it. It's super simple, but it has so much character. So that's one way of using it. Now we're going to use a green Flower Market charger layered with a courtly check dinner plate and a green Flower Market luncheon plate and a courtly check breakfast bowl. So we just love layering it. You could stack this to the sky. You could layer it forever. But it just looks so much fun layered into anything you're creating. And no one needs to tell you all that courtly check looks fantastic all on its own. That's sort of irresistible, actually. So the last thing, just a thought, because you can try this at home. Try using a courtly check charger as a foundation for anything in your cupboard. Anything. White dinnerware, your grandmother's most beautiful favorite china, anything at all, because it adds so much fun to your place setting. That's it.